Welcome, my chingus, to episode 16 of Two Waygooks in Korea. My name is Steven.
My name's Josh.
And we are both English teachers living in South Korea.
Yep.
And we are on episode 16, and today we gonna talk about what?
Just some things that we feel homesick about American life, and things that we are so thrilled to be in Korea about. So just 3 things of each.
Yeah, this will probably be, there's probably going to be more of these as time goes by, because there's a lot.
Yeah.
But the thing on our mind recently is food.
Food. It's always food.
The longer we've been here, the more we miss food.
Yeah.
American food.
Well, American style certain foods, right?
Sure.
Like, if you're gonna have like Mexican food in America, it's gonna be wildly different than authentic Mexican from Mexico food, right? And if you have American Chinese food, it's obviously very, very different from Chinese food, right?
Yeah.
But we just don't like a lot of things about Koreanized Western food, right? Like,
Yeah, pretty much. Like, they have steak here. It's not the same.
but it's
Especially
always
from Texas.
overdone, and the meat tastes a little bit strange.
Yeah.
And
They have pizza here.
totally different.
Totally different.
We've probably talked about this. You've probably heard a bunch about it with the whole corn and potatoes.
Really like corn and potatoes. And sauce. They really like weird-ass sauce.
And just the dough does not taste good.
Yeah,
It's
the
missing
sauce doesn't taste...
It's missing the herbs.
Same.
The herb. It's missing the herbs.
Yeah.
The herbs.
It's really, really expensive. You ain't get no $10 Papa John's here. You get $30 small-ass pizza.
Yeah.
Um,
And just burgers. Right.
yeah, I mean, sure, McDonald's and Burger King kind of taste the same.
Those actually taste better than their American counterparts.
Yeah, I think they taste the same. It's just that they prepare it better here.
Probably.
Because
they're not as lazy.
the teenagers here that work
are fucking hard
not
workers.
the same.
Yeah.
Not the same. We've been talking a lot. And you know, there's a lot of things like they have Mexican food here, quote unquote.
If you want to go to Itaewon.
Yeah,
right?
you got to go to Seoul usually. We have On the Borders in our city, but again, On the Borders is like
So
super
expensive.
awesome time here, whereas in America it's like what?
What, on a border? Why
Yeah.
would you want to go on a border? I have an on a border in my city, and I never ever go to it. But me and Steven went to like a K-pop concert in like a few months ago. It was for SNSD, I think,
Yeah,
and
it's
Shiny. And we were like, on the border, let's eat here tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we ate it. We're like,
I mean, it was good, but it was like $60 or $50. It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But you know, but of course you like Western food. That makes sense. But in Korea, strangely enough, they don't really have Chinese food.
it's Korean Chinese food.
Yeah, and it's only like 2 things. It's
Jajangmyeon jampong.
yeah, that's all they
탕수육.
make. And that's not the Chinese food I want. It's not the Chinese food I grew up in. Like, I would kill a chingu for some dim sum right now.
I would kill this chingu for some dim sum.
Yeah.
Again.
And you even went to Hong Kong and got to actually eat real dim sum. And
I'd still kill you.
and it's strange because, you know, my mom actually came to visit me. And that's partially why we didn't record for a while. But she went to Japan afterwards. And while she said, in general, food in Korea is really good, there's just so much more variety in Japan. I mean... Like, you can get a lot of different foods there. And in Korea, like, you can get a lot of Korean food. But other than that, it's kind of slim pickings.
Yeah. But on the flip side, dining out in Korea is just marvelous. So marvelous. I mean, we've talked about it multiple times before with the bells on the tables and the servers not coming around unless you actually need something and bothering you every 5 minutes. Like, oh, how's your meal? Is there anything I can get you? If I needed something, I would have called you. Thank you.
You don't have to tip.
Yeah.
The service is usually pretty damn good. It's cheap.
And it usually costs about as much going out to eat as in staying home.
Yeah.
Just delivery here for every food is just fantastic.
And a lot of things deliver. McDonald's delivers.
They do.
I may or may not use that a lot.
I think I had a chingu of mine who ordered McDonald's at like 4 a.m. Like, I'm drunk. I want McDonald's breakfast. I'm gonna call them, and they came.
Yep. They don't even charge you that much more than walking there.
It's like $1 extra.
Yeah. But just in general, like when my mom saw me, she was just like, "So you didn't lose any weight, I see."
Oh, you didn't.
And I was like, "Fuck no, Korean food is too good."
yeah.
Now I know some people that like Korean food in general is kind of like Mexican food, or at least from what I understand of Mexican food, which is it's made out of the same like 6 ingredients, but just many different ways.
Yeah.
And Korean food in general is kind of like that.
Well, I feel like most authentic food, if you're gonna talk about authentic food, like they have like a certain flavor you kind of associate with it, and it all depends on how fresh that food is, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same in Korea. Korea kind of has this like gochujang like kind of flavor to it.
It's red pepper paste.
Red pepper paste or soybean paste, like a lot of like pastes.
Yeah.
And a lot of food tastes like that, and it all just matters on how balanced that food that they made is.
Yeah.
And how fresh it is.
But it's just so good. Like every Korean place we go to, it doesn't matter if it's a nice place or it's a like shitty looking place. All the food's good.
Yeah.
And that's just so different than in America.
Yeah.
I will never lose weight here.
Like you go to America and you go to like a burger place and you know immediately this burger is just not good. But you know a burger place that's just amazing. Right? That you can tell a difference. Like I'm never gonna go here. I'm gonna go over there. But in Korea, like 9 out of 10 stores, like that make say like 감자탕, right? Like or like kimchi jjigae, like they all taste pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Almost all of them. Even delivery, which is like kind of like a little bit in quality. You're just like, this is freaking good.
No. Yeah. It blows my mind. Like
it boggles my mind.
So, I really, really miss a lot of food from America. But if I were back in America right now,
I'd be like, man, I could go for some real Korean food.
Like I would miss. Like I actually worry now because I have you think you have Korean food. Like unless you live in LA or
even
maybe
LA. I've been to LA.
Maybe
I've been to LA.
Okay, well, since he's been there, like it's just
my
not.
city's got Koreatown too.
It's just not the same.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
We have a Korean town too, but
tastes different.
It's not the same. So it's very good, very good. The next thing kind of is I really, really, really. I mean, I'm kind of used to it now, but I really miss having like a designated showering area.
Yeah, there's just like some American kind of house like privileges that we're used to.
Yeah,
a separate shower, central heating, and soft beds were probably the most things that were missing out of American household things.
Yeah,
right? And an oven full for me because I used to bake a lot, but
I don't bake. I just eat.
An oven, separate showers, soft bed, central heating.
So like central heating. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Like we got here at the tail end of summer,
and it wasn't even that hot of a summer, but we were sweating like motherfuckers.
Yeah,
you and I.
And the problem is, I mean, it's kind of a little first world problem. Is that I have 2 rooms, whereas you just have a tiny ass room. Yeah. But like my AC unit is in the other room, not my bedroom, where I spend most of my time. It's my computer is, my bed is here.
Heats up your room, boils you.
Yeah,
like a dumpling.
I didn't have a fan when I moved in here because there wasn't no fan. I didn't know what to do. I mean, I have a fan now, but
does she know speak English? How you buy a fan?
I mean, I speak English. But,
you don't speak Korean either, though.
I speak Texas, and that's all that matters. But so we're gonna experience summer for reals this year, and it's probably gonna be a hot ass one, because spring was cut by like a month already. But of course, missed that. We missed the heating system is it's like an ondol system, which is like it heats up water in the floor, so it's not the same. And the shower, I mean, it's like sometimes, I mean, maybe you want to close your ears, but sometimes if I want to go to the bathroom after I shower, I don't want everything wet. I don't want my butt all wet. I don't want feet all wet, but everything's wet because you shower just in the middle of your bathroom.
Yeah, and everything gets wet.
Yeah,
everything.
I mean, I don't really miss baths per se because I don't take baths, but
just the separate designated showering area.
Yeah.
Softer beds. Koreans like their beds hard.
Yeah.
And kind of.
Yeah, most Asian countries. So like when I got here, I bought a lot of bed stuff. I was like, I want this fluffy cover and this fluffy thing, and then put this fluffy thing on the fluffy thing, and then we're not even close. And I'm like a super soft dude. Like my bed at home was like
He's soft.
I am pretty soft. And so this soft body needs something soft to lay next to.
It's
and
like Jello needs to be laying on Jello. You don't put Jello on rocks. Yeah. That's just crazy talk.
That's stupid, right? You gotta correct, make sure it doesn't jiggle to you, So I really kind of miss my bed at home. And, just other things like I had an actual bed for like 2 people could potentially sleep on it, even though it was just me and cats. But I had room to breathe.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
I miss a bed that's bigger than twin size bed. Yeah. I roll a lot in my sleep, and sometimes it wakes me up like hitting the wall or like hitting the corner of the nightstand or something. But despite all that, there are some Korean household things that we just absolutely love. Number 1 is internet. Korean internet is as fast as you think it is. It's just as fast as you think it is. Like, we probably mentioned it before. We have like the crappiest quote unquote internet, and it's still like about megaballs fast. Yeah.
It's if you pay attention. I mean, it's like 100. You can download. It's 100 megabytes per second.
Yeah.
Megabits per second. It's 100 megabits per second.
100 megs, we'll say.
Yeah. And it costs like $30 a month.
So cheap.
And so in America, I paid I paid triple that for half the speed, the download speed. But the upload speed is also amazing. Like even though in America, like I was paying a shit ton for download speed, my upload speed was always really
it's really throttled usually, right?
But here's not.
And internet goes hand in hand with LTE on our phones. Like, I'm not looking forward to going back to the States and using snail slow 3G and thinking it's decent. Like, I have a plan that I have about 2 or 3 gigs of LTE, and after that's done, I'm like, whoa, why are things so slow? Like, what happened here? But that was fast in America.
Yeah,
that was fast.
And I had LTE in America, and the LTE is just faster.
Yeah.
And also it's way cheaper.
Way cheaper.
Like I get 5 gigs, and it doesn't. I actually not. The bad thing is that in Korea, the phone is really, really expensive.
Yeah.
The plan is actually pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Phone's really expensive, so it's a little... I kind of pay a lot on that part.
Yeah.
But, like, I had an unlimited plan from AT&T that we got, like, 8 years ago.
Grandfather.
Yeah, and so I had to cancel that line to come here.
Oh.
So I ain't got that no more. So I'm worried about going back home. And
yeah. But another thing we also like about Korean just household living is that you don't really need keys. You have those super futuristic space lock things that you're like beep 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 beep.
Or like, why the fuck doesn't the rest of the world use those?
Those things are so awesome.
Like when I go home, like I have my own house. Like I'm pretty sure I can just do that. Like I'm gonna do that. Like I'm gonna put a keypad in because I'm tired. Okay, I'm stupid. I used to go to the garage with my car, so I didn't actually. But I used to not carry the key around. And one time I fucked up and my garage opener didn't work. So I had to drive to my parents' house and get their key. So the keypad thing would be great.
Hold on.
Yeah. But there's a lot of things like, I mean, granted you have a smaller space, but like in general, just electricity is a lot cheaper. Water is a lot cheaper.
Trash.
Everything's just cheap. Trash.
Yeah.
So good job, Korea, on your internet. Sadly, you do censor certain things.
Porn.
Like porn. But we get around that.
You can.
Because we've heard from many people that there are a lot of elementary school kids that talk about porn here.
It's like, what? It's seriously a problem.
It's a problem.
It's a problem.
It's a problem. But let's talk about the third thing.
So our third thing is just what? Transportation.
I really, really miss driving.
Same.
And I really miss my car.
I'm so worried that I'm not going to be able to drive when I go back home.
Yeah. Like when I think about it, I mean, what? Like we've been driving since 16.
Weird. Yeah, 16, 17.
You drive every day pretty much after 16. And I'm not afraid I'm going to forget to drive, but I'm definitely afraid that my just overall, senses are just not going to be...
Just numbed.
Not going to be right. But I also just... the buses are great here, and we'll talk about that more in a second. And taxis are always great, but...
Driving.
My favorite part of driving was listening to music.
Same.
Like I got my car is a really nice sound system I pay a lot of money for because I used to blast some fucking K-pop as it was meant for. But like that's when I used to listen to music. Like I still don't like listening to music with headphones. And even though I have like nice $100 whatever headphones that I listen to use, like they just ain't the same as listening to
it sounds different, headphones and just being blasted by stereos.
And I miss being able to sing, or what passes for singing, because I could just be in my car, yell, sing the IU, don't matter.
Hitting those high notes.
Yeah, hitting those high notes, like, but that was great. It was just like me time, and I really, really missed that.
Right.
And I don't want to drive here. It's too scary. I'm scared. I don't want to drive here. And plus, because my girlfriend was like, bring your car, and I was like, I would if since I'm planning on being here for a little bit, I'd bring my car over. Like, but the problem is, it's a Japanese car, and nobody has got a Japanese car here.
Nobody got no Japanese cars here.
But so what's good though? What's good about Korea?
So Korean public transportation and taxis are just amazing. Like you don't understand. Amazing. Like so the subways are so efficient, on time, like generally clean, like fantastic. Of all the subways I've taken, probably the cleanest. And then the taxis, I mean, despite all the nightmare stories about taxis, taxi cab fares are very cheap here. Most of the time, they're very friendly, given maybe a few like kind of jerks who try to rip foreigners off, or you know the weird ones, which you're gonna get everywhere.
And it's a little different if you're a girl.
Yeah.
Let's say it's very different if you're a girl.
But just that, and the fact that you can take pretty much a bus to any part of Korea for less than like $30 is just amazing.
So like we go to Seoul, it's an hour and a half bus.
Yeah.
It runs maybe every 20-30 minutes.
It's like $10.
It's $10. And it's a nice ass bus.
It's a nice ass bus. Like you fall asleep on that bus, no problem.
Yeah. And
it's clean.
And like the taxis, like every taxi is nice as fuck. Like leather seats, completely clean. Someone may have puked right before that. You don't know. Smells great. It's clean everywhere.
Sometimes it don't smell great though.
Okay.
But you can tell.
I've actually never. The only time I've ever been in a bad smelling one was like you can tell they smoke in it. But I've never been like I've been in some cabs like in New York and in LA when I visited there, and like it just ain't the same. Like cabs are so nice here. Yeah. And you mentioned the subway, like it's also really cheap. Like my mom came and she went to Japan afterwards, and so in Korea, she spent maybe $20 total on subways here, and she stayed for 2 weeks. She spent $20 in 1.5 days in Japan.
Amazing. Because
the subways are that expensive.
Amazing.
And they're not. She said they weren't as clean. I mean, they're nice still. They're not like, you know, the subways in New York.
Right. And the KTX here is amazeballs fast too.
Yeah.
And just the cost of public transportation is just amazingly low. Like mind-boggling low. Like in America, if you wanted to ride the bus, it's like what, $3-4 for one way. Maybe pay a little bit more.
And you with some shady. You with some shady motherfuckers.
But here you pay like $1, and you with like students.
Yeah.
Right, or like ajumas and ajishis.
Yeah. And also, the thought just went away.
No.
But it was something important to me.
Was it? Was it transportation related?
No, it was like, it's just cheaper all around. Like if I had a car, gas is really expensive in Korea.
Super expensive.
Like you think it's expensive in America, but America's actually one of the cheapest places.
It's one of the cheapest places in the world.
Now it makes sense. It's cheaper in America because everybody needs it, right? It makes sense because you got to drive, 50 miles. Like gas needs to be cheap, or else everyone's fucked. So in Korea, since not many people need it, it's more expensive.
A little more expensive.
We're in an island so far away.
Yeah.
But it's just expensive. Yeah. So like it's so cheap to just use the subway, use the bus, use the taxi. Because like back home, I was spending $200-300 just on gas.
Yeah.
And I don't travel much. I just go to work, come back from work. Now, granted, I work a little far from my home, but it's just so much nicer here to spend $50 and get everywhere I need to go.
Yeah. I mean, for the amount of gas that I spent in about 2 weeks driving in America, and I could take that money, and if I were to ride public transportation, go to Seoul and do everything I want, take taxis instead of buses, I would go through that in like a month and a half, maybe like 2 or 3 times the amount of time.
Yeah.
So there you go.
There you go. And for the most part, all that stuff is pretty well accessible to foreigners.
Yeah.
Buses are a little of a bitch.
They're more tricky for us.
Yeah.
Just
I still don't really understand buses for the most part.
Just in general.
But, taxis, most of the drivers are pretty nice. Either you just show them something or...
Yeah, you show them an address.
Most cabs actually have a little number you can call that offers
24/7
translation service, which is pretty cool.
So overall, not too bad.
Yeah. So definitely there's a lot of stuff we missed. There's still way more stuff I missed from home, and there's still way more stuff we like about Korea. We may do the next part next week, or we may do it a month from now. Who knows?
Yeah.
But that's it for Two Waygooks in Korea. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you're not just like, I'm in America, I don't give a fuck what you miss.
I don't care about these chingus. They can enjoy the Korean life all they want. I'm happy in America. Then, fuck you.
Yeah.
But not really. We love you. Because you're probably watching this. I'm sorry.
They're typing those comments. But
I don't like that guy with the hat.
They never say that. I don't think I've read that one time.
Sorry, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, until next time, check out other stuff. See you later.